this how you get your sick kicks?
What? It's just an ordinary... Oh my goodness!
When I originally made my first video on high-rise invasion, I was doing so because I had just uploaded a video that took over 2 weeks of production and was in the making of an equally lengthy project. So when I saw that there was a freshly released anime that caught my eye, I figured that this would make for a really great speed review. I busted out the video in 2 days, and it very rapidly became not only my most viewed video at the time, but my most controversial at the time. And with the results that leaked out of this project since its release, I figured I'd come back for an update. So getting right into it, I ended the original video stating that I may finish this anime. Very big emphasis on may. Long story short, I have yet to finish it. Why? Because high-rise invasion sucks. This anime sucks. It is an absolute disaster. And before you bend me over the table in the comments, let me explain myself constructively. I really tried to watch the series. I truly wanted to dedicate myself into completing it. I sat down and watched episode 3, and it was one of the most lackluster, poor excuse of entertainment I have ever forced myself to endure. I made a huge point in my last video that the cheesy 70s style unrelatable dialogue greatly hindered the show's enjoyable factors. I gave it the benefit of the doubt, but it just kept getting worse. Every word out of every character's mouth gives no sense of relatability or tensity for the scenes. Without a doubt, the worst line I forced myself to listen to was this scene from episode 3 when Yuri called her brother. How badly can you fuck up calling your brother in a matter of life and death in a way that we can all feel in such a traumatizing and threatening time? How could you? Please, tell me right now. Please show me. How can you mess this up?
Stop it! I need to use your phone! I need to...
Yuri, is that you?
Free guy. He picked up the
Keep this in mind when watching this scene. They haven't even been dealing with brain-dead murderers for 24 hours, and in the dead of night, surrounded by brainwashed psychopaths,
my brother answered the fucking phone, hooray!
would you do that so joyfully in a situation like this? This show lacks tensity. You can't take it seriously because the dialogue is unrelatable, and the characters barely face any actual impending danger. They're everyday school kids who are overpowered for the sake of being overpowered. Now, this is a major fucking problem. A lot of fans of the show expressed to me their great distaste about this. The fucking panty shots. For no reason. In a show with no true defining emotion, it just makes it suffer even greater and hinders its identity and how we're supposed to feel, leaving us feeling confused. And the characters, yet again, have to open their mouths and make it even worse. Why is Mayu affected by Yuri's panty so much? Is she gay? I don't know. I'll never know because it doesn't engage me enough to find out. Then right after this, Yuri finds a faucet on a rooftop and starts openly bathing herself in the dead of night, surrounded by killers? They throw this in for no reason in a world with little to no establishment. Let's just have our main characters get their clothes completely ripped without even getting physically harmed. It feels cheap. Look, guys, I'm gonna be straight open with you. I love anime titties as much as sliced bread, but come on. At least try to make a decent story. Actually, they do, and it's so half-assed and cheap. I don't understand any of it because everything is so poorly structured. It feels like its concept is a light thread. There's no power, no impact, nothing to take seriously. Every character could get nuked and I would feel no grief whatsoever. Half, and I mean nearly half of all comments on my video was about Sniper Mask. Fucking Sniper Mask. And it's not just my video. Everywhere you go with this series, it's all about fucking Sniper Mask. People milk this guy's dick completely dry. And I know he apparently has a cute relationship with this chick.
I have to say, simply addressing someone as girl is a rather rude thing to do.
Jesus Christ, they had to ruin that too. Why would I want to watch any more of this? Now, I will say this, Sniper Mask has the most depth and character out of everyone else in the show. He is by far the coolest character. Just look at this guy. However, while the show's negative aspects affect him to a lesser extent, he's definitely not immune to them.
Since when did I know how to dodge rifle bullets? That's a badass ability.
I feel people cling to him the most because everyone else in the series is just that lacking. You know your show is that weak when its popularity overwhelmingly hinges on one character. I even had a commenter tell me that they knew 100% that when this show was going to be released, that Sniper Mask was going to be at the full front of it. So I had a handful of people coming at me saying, well, I'd like to see if you could do any better. Or apparently stating that I was biased because of external factors?
Your politics bore me.
Okay, guys, look, I do believe this show could have been better if they just stuck to these steps. Establishment. Introduce us to the world comfortably, with a set attitude or emotion. Are we supposed to feel fear, empowerment, or both? And if both, balance them smoothly and believable. Characters. Make your characters relatable. Relation helps build enjoyability. Even if you can't relate to every character, make their emotions understandable. However, the show's #1 problem is its writing. It's all over the place. There's no law, there's no order, there's no structure, there's no consistent flow. It's all lacking, and thus true establishment and character relations will suffer just as much. Now guys, don't get me wrong, as a critic I do feel that if you truly want to have your opinion validated to the fullest, then completing your source should be a main goal to give a fair and accurate result. However, there is an exception to be made. You can have an excellent story with the most fitting twist ending. However, if you don't engage your viewers with the hook of those first few episodes, then you run the risk of turning your viewers away. 3 episodes in and every apparent issue gets significantly worse than the one before. I have lost all hope. A lot of people seem to like this anime, and that's good on you if you can get your own enjoyment out of it. But if you are seriously gonna look me in the face and tell me that this trash heap is the greatest anime that you have ever seen, then that's where I draw the line. I had one viewer tell me that it would have been better for it to be a straight up horror anime than a shonen anime, and I could not agree more. The trailer set itself up to be mysterious, gut-wrenching, and horrifying, but instead, it's weak, melodramatic, cheesy, and unnecessarily sexual. I'm sorry guys, but High Rise Invasion sucks.
Seriously? What's wrong with you? Aren't you embarrassed by the things you're saying?